And if I'm honest, it's always been a struggle. It's not just something right now. I've always had that kind of voice in my head that will say some stuff like, you're not thin enough, you don't look right, you don't sound right, you're not the right one for this. I've always had that, and maybe some of you have too. And I'm decided I'm going to be a little vulnerable today in hopes that maybe this helps somebody else. But why do I say that this is something I'm struggling with right now, when it's something that's kind of always been there? Right now, I'm finding insecurity has got me feeling kind of stuck. It's got me in a place where I'm questioning like my voice. I'm questioning if it's valuable. I'm questioning if I should even speak up. I'm questioning if I even have the right to say some things, which is crazy. I know that sounds weird. And at the end of the day, when I go through that, it kind of just leaves me feeling sad or angry, or maybe sad and angry. And I'm kind of sick of being there. So I'm wanting to do something about it. And last night I was reading the Bible and I came across some words that Paul wrote in the book of Galatians in chapter 5. And in chapter 5, verses 7 through 8, Paul wrote this. He said, "You were running the race so well. Who has held you back from following the truth? It certainly isn't God, for he is the one who called you to freedom." And those words felt like a punch in the gut to me last night. It says, you were running so well. Like, what are you doing, Brooke? And then it said, this isn't God. This isn't God. So who is it? And it's me. I'm holding myself back. And I've let this narrative in my head tell me all the things that aren't true. And I can pinpoint the times in my life, the things that happened that have caused me to have that kind of insecurity in my head. I could tell you all kinds of stories, and I could tell you the exact moments. And for some reason, I still have them. And I kind of feel like I'm not alone. I mean, Mark just did a message recently on how insecurity was a paper tiger. So I don't think I'm alone in this. But I'm also a person that doesn't want to just keep things the same. I like to change. So I started to think, what can I do differently? So, what can you do differently? So I think a few things. One, maybe find somebody to hold you accountable. Is there somebody in your life that can notice when you're letting insecurity hold you back? Who knows you well enough to push you a little bit when that happens? I have some people in my life, and I've asked them to push me a little. Two, maybe talk to somebody to process through what's going on in your head. Maybe you have a mentor in your life, or maybe there's a parent or a grandparent or somebody you trust that you could talk to, or maybe it's even you have a counselor you could talk to that can help you just kind of move forward. And finally, maybe memorize these two verses. You were running the race so well. Who has held you back from following the truth? It certainly isn't God, for he is the one who called you to freedom. Maybe memorize that so that when you feel like you're holding yourself back or letting insecurity hold you back, maybe it'll be a reminder that that isn't God. That's not the truth or the freedom we're called to. That is from a very different place. All right, well, thanks for letting me be a little bit vulnerable today. And I hope you're well. Talk to you soon. Bye.